Hello, thank you for joining me on a walk today. This walk is at a campground and a park. I stopped there with my son to forage for black raspberries that they have growing in abundance here. We didn't kayak or fish, but both were definite possibilities. But for another time, I suppose. I'm also going to add some footage from other places and times of the year to show how to find raspberries. I will also be showing a few tie-dye projects that I think have turned out pretty well. And it's kind of normal for me to not have a solid plan for my videos, so par for the course, I'll be improvising a good portion of this video. I do enjoy fashion, and I do keep my eye on the fads. So I don't know if you'd remember when this bag was pretty popular. This one here used to be white, and I put it through some dark purple tie-dye. Now it's a brand new bag, and it's different than everybody else's. And I really enjoy that. My first introduction to tie-dye was when I was still in elementary school. My brother and I went to a week-long camp each summer, and that's where I learned the chaotic art of tie-dye. In high school, I would buy men's white V-neck t-shirts, and I would wear them until they were stained or discolored. Then I would give them new life by tie-dyeing them. Always unique and a pretty easy fix. I still tie-dye to cover up stains and such, but my intent nowadays is more for uniqueness. These white shorts ended up with a black smudge on them. Very frustrating since I didn't get to wear them very many times. First, I looked them over for any other damage, and with lots of clothes there will be some stray ends. Usually those can be snipped off with no problems, but it should be looked at closely to check to see if that thread will continue to unravel. I have these large, strong plastic bags that I use to dye some items. I put close to boiling water from my kettle in with the dye and mix it well, and usually drop something in the bottom of the bag that I want to end with the darkest pigment. Then for the shorts, I initially was trying to keep the bottom white, so I clipped them on the sides of the bag. Well, that backfired. When I saw the clip marks showing where the dye couldn't soak in, I was upset. So I ended up unclipping the shorts and submerging the whole pair. When I pulled them out, maybe an hour later, they looked great. Sometimes mistakes make a better outcome. For the top, I used dry dye and ice cubes. I'm unsure where I got the idea for this, if it was Pinterest or YouTube, but whoever posted this first, thank you. I love this technique. I take a box that is still intact and I put pins through the upside down shirt into the flap, usually propping the flap to get the angle I want. I spread the dye across what is now the top and add ice cubes. Most often, I will grab the hair dryer to speed up the melting or to direct some of the dye. When I like the look, I dump off the remaining dye and ice cubes and wrap it in plastic overnight. Like something that's just like hanging out in here, just laying here or something. This big open space. I wonder. I found this cup carrier at a dollar store, and it really proved its usefulness for this job. I also recently purchased these disposable clear cups that are compostable, and I really like that. But I used them as liners, and then I only filled them halfway with raspberries as I was picking them. Because raspberries are such a delicate fruit, you never want to just get a bucket full of raspberries. The weight of them is just going to give you raspberry juice. In one of my very first videos, I was discussing how I was going through boxes of things that I had been keeping, cutouts from magazines and things like that. Well, this one is applicable. I got this out of a Family Circle magazine. God knows how long ago that was. But I will post this on the side, and I just wanted to read a few things. It says that it's loaded with disease-fighting antioxidants and fiber. Raspberries are high in vitamin C and low in calories. Only 60 calories in one cup. It says to pick plump, evenly colored berries without dents, dark spots, or broken tiny bumps. Those broken tiny bumps are known as druplets. Keep these highly perishable berries as dry as possible. Refrigerate only 2 days max. Do not wash until using. Then there is an easy raspberry bake recipe, which I'll post more clearly on the side here. But one of the things it says is to coat a 10-inch shallow baking pan with nonstick spray. One of the things that my grandma and my mother taught me is that when you're baking and you have a stick of butter for the recipe, you save the butter paper and you use that to wipe around inside of the pan to grease the pan. You don't need spray, and it's 2 birds, 1 stone. So I like this time of year to scout out the purple canes, because this will be a whole raspberry patch in the spring. believe that's yarrow still green on the ground there, but don't quote me on it. There's raspberries up there. I'm walking through shit. I have purchased some powdered bulk dye, so I've been able to make large batches of dye. Well, after doing the projects that you've seen, I had some dye left, and it feels like such a waste to throw it away. I had this hoodie sitting in my fix it pile because I was in a car accident and this hoodie was with me and it got very stained and I didn't feel like wearing it in that condition. So I realized that I had it and I just ended up taking it and stuffing it down into the bag of dye and I just left it there all night. And this is what it turned out to be. I think it turned out really well, actually. I'm very happy with it. This area has a sign that says they house trumpet swans, but on our way into the park, we didn't see them. On our way out, I spotted one and had to stop and get a quick video. The line that kept playing through my head is from Adam Sandler's movie, Billy Madison. "Quit looking at me, swan." Comedy gold. Also pretty nostalgic for me. Lastly, there are so many different recipes to try, but my fallback for preserving a good harvest with small effort is to use my dehydrator. I took the raspberries that we collected and didn't snack on, blended them with a few bananas, and spread it on the tray and dried it overnight. I was able to make one fruit leather, and it was gone in no time, with my son getting the biggest portion. He is my number one fan for all the food that I prepare. Enjoy your life. It is yours.